Hello everybody, I'm PJ with Princess Craft RV in Round Rock, Texas. This is the Backcountry 21 RWS by Outdoors RV. Now this trailer is 26 foot 3 inches long. It weighs 6,745 pounds with all the options I'm going to show you, and it should cost somewhere around $50,000. Now this is not your ordinary trailer. The Backcountry series is really made to get off the grid. It has a heavy-duty suspension, solar, and a built-in generator, just to name a few. A lot of details to look at on this trailer, so stick with me and let's start inside. Coming into this trailer, the first thing I notice, it is 6'11" up to the ceiling. That is part of what makes it feel so spacious in here. It's a crowned roof, gives it a really nice warm feel, but plenty of headroom. I'm 5 foot tall, a little bit of heels, but you can kind of see that there is a ton of space. Let's start over here in the kitchen and talk about all of this counter space. This end over here, it is the sink covers, but they do such a nice job in making them match the countertop that you wouldn't hesitate to use all of this as counter space when you didn't need the sink. Let's take a look underneath. There is a large farmhouse sink, and they put the grate in the bottom, which is really nice because things aren't actually sitting on the bottom of the sink. You can use that grate not only to drain the water when you're drying your dishes, but it also keeps things from just collecting underneath in the sink if you store your dishes there before you wash them. Anyway, I find it a great help when I'm camping. The high arch faucet with the pull down sprayer, single handle, very residential feeling. Storage right above. This is a really nice, large, deep cabinet. I would be tempted to use this as a pantry, but of course you could put other shelves in it. Stacking is always helpful with storage, but this is about 15 inches deep, so it's quite sizable. More storage underneath here, a spice rack right here, and underneath this cabinet, which does have a shelf in the middle. Very nice. Now the drawers are really nice. You have 3 stacked drawers here, and they're really deep. So you've got about 8 inches in depth on these drawers. The top one has a silverware holder, always removable if you wanted to put something else in here. This is a nice size 3-burner stove. So if you like to cook, you're gonna enjoy this. Glass top that just folds down. You don't have to lift it up, so it's not difficult to do, and creates, again, more counter space. Behind it is the glass backsplash that Outdoors RV puts in there with the mountains on it. Very classy look, but also useful, with slots for knives right behind that. Just a very functional kitchen. Nice size oven here. Burners right up here, and the sparker as well. A little bit more counter space. This is about 15 inches to the left of the stove with the plug right behind it. One of the things I really like about how they've done this is they put a light on both sides of this stove. And of course you have a light right here in your hood vent as well. When your kitchen is not lit up well, that's always trouble for me. Microwave right on top here. And yet another cabinet. Now let's not forget, we do have a drawer underneath this oven, right here. Great for pots and pans maybe, 6 inches deep, and another cabinet right next to it. This does have a very tall space on the bottom and a shorter shelf on the top. At the end of this nice galley is an 8 cubic foot refrigerator. Plenty of space, and I really like the fact that they have put the shaker wood style panels on the outside. Looks very residential. more like a cabinet than an RV refrigerator. All right, let's head into the bedroom. The light switch is right here on the side of the refrigerator. It's going to turn those lights on and off right over the bed. And the first thing I'd like to talk about is that this feels so open. It is very close to the living room. It's just an open space, but very easy to walk around this bed. It is not a tight squeeze by any stretch. That's one of the things that makes it a great trailer to me. You do have this large side table on both sides of the bed, and up at the front you'll see there's household plugs and USBs and 12-volt plugs, both sides of the bed. Storage right here on the side. It does have the hanging bar in the top, but of course, if stacking things is better for you, you can always add those shelves in there. This is about 2.5 feet deep, so you have a lot of space in here. There's also space right here at the top, and this is also a very deep cabinet. Now the front of the trailer does have a curve to it, but the base of this is a couple of feet deep as well. And the light underneath lights up for reading. Just a nice cabinet right up here above, and really not very close to the mattress, so you don't have to worry about hitting your head. Right in the center of this cabinet is the controller for the Zamp solar panel that's on the roof. Every outdoors RV in the Backcountry series has a 170-watt solar panel on the roof. You can also add 2 more 170-watt solar panels for a total of 510 watts. That is a really nice feature of this trailer. Now, underneath here, there is a drawer as well as storage under the bed. Let me show that to you real quick. Right under here, if you pull the drawer out, you can see that there's quite a bit of space in there. The drawer is only about a foot long, but it does give you some space there for storage. I'll lift this up and maybe we can get a better shot at it. You also have about 8 inches deep on the top of that for storage. So quite a bit of storage right here, and I like the way it's layered because you get to use every bit of that space. All right, this drops down very easily. Just give it a tug, goes right back down. I'll give this drawer a shove. Now right on this side, there is a security safe right here on the side underneath the cabinet, and that is standard feature on every backcountry trailer. The same storage over here as you found on the other side, including the drawer underneath the bed. They do have a curtain right here that can close off this bedroom if you needed a little privacy in here. And let's not forget, up at the top, there is a fantastic fan. Now that's going to create a breeze in here if you didn't want to turn on the air conditioner, but you needed the air to move. You've got a window over there that opens. This window is going to open as well. That's going to give you the ventilation and the cross breeze that you need, along with that fantastic fan. Now the controls are right over there by the side of the bed, but they are portable, so you can pick them up and take them to the dinette or make them reachable from any place in the camper to control this fan right up here. It's also going to help air move if you're in the living area. This trailer would get a lot of airflow just from that power fan. This dinette is made for at least 4 people. It's 48 inches deep and it's 6.5 feet long. So this is no skimpy dinette. The cushions are really comfortable and the table gives you a whole lot of working space. If you wanted to work on a computer, both sides would have no problem doing that. And that's a nice feature. The picture window, wow. I just love the feel of sitting here. The other thing I want to point out is they have 4 ceiling lights. They don't skimp on ceiling lights in this trailer. You get a nice bright space here. Whether you're eating, whether you're working, playing a game, whatever you're doing, all 4 lights just give it a really nice feel. All these windows are going to have blackout shades. They're roller shades that just simply pull down, and when you need to open them, just give them a tug. They roll right back up and get out of the way. Very easy to do. You can get some airflow right here. It does open across the bottom, but it's nice that they left the entire top open for a picture window so that you can enjoy the outdoors. Window on that side and behind me, so you get that nice cross breeze as well, and they both open. So you really get a nice view of the outdoors sitting here in this slide out. Now right underneath me here are all the outlets for the dinette. There's going to be an AC outlet, a 12-volt outlet, and 2 USBs. If you're working on a computer at this table and enjoying this beautiful picture window, then you need this table to be sturdy. And that is one of the things I love about this dinette. There are 2 poles under here and very sturdy fit. So this isn't a wobbly table. You don't have to worry about leaning on it or having things spill or your computer jiggling. It also has storage underneath the end of it. And these handles are a little tricky. The push button actually locks it. So to unlock it, you want to push that in, pull it out, and open that drawer. It's about 6 inches deep. A lot of great space here. Now, as with most dinettes, this one goes down into a bed. So don't forget that if you need extra sleeping space, this is perfect. Being 6.5 feet long, it's very comfortable for 2 adults. The entertainment center is at the end of the dinette and has a 12-volt Jensen television. Now, the 12-volt will allow you to get off the highway, off the grid, and still be able to turn on the television, even in a rest area, because it's running directly off your battery. Now, below that, the Furrion stereo has the DVD CD player right here at the top. And right next to that, the USB ports and the 12-volt plug, and again, another AC outlet. So you can hook up any accessories for your stereo or your AC. Behind that, another great storage space. Now this guy's going to be about 3 feet deep, so it is quite a bit. Goes all the way to the wall, and you've got 2 levels here with a drawer underneath. Underneath that is going to be the converter with the breakers and fuses. And that is going to be converting your 110 power to 12 volt. Now the controls for the AC and the furnace are right here on the wall. This thermostat works just like the one in your house, so it'll be very easy to operate. The AC is ducted, so it's very quiet. It's going to cool this trailer really easily because you probably already know these backcountry trailers and outdoors RV in general makes 4-season trailers. The furnace in this trailer is 35,000 BTU. Really an extraordinary amount of furnace for a trailer this size. This design has a corner bath, but Outdoors RV has really stepped it up in here. So coming in, you've got a nice residential style glass right here in your corner shower with the bronze trim. Look how nice that is. The finish out in there has some shelves. Just a really nice setup. Even a little ledge that might be used for a seat or a place to put your foot. Handheld shower head and the skylight. Really nice space in there. The toilet is porcelain and a shelf right above it to carry towels, extra gear up here, hooks on this side, another hook on the other side for a hand towel. Of course, the medicine cabinet has a nice mirror in it. And just like Outdoors RV builds all of their things, it's just a nice wood fit. I love the trim out on the mirror. It's not a cheap plastic medicine cabinet. A small oval sink here, but that does allow for a little more counter space in case you need to set anything down. Power plug right next to it, hook above the top. This controls the power fan in the bathroom. Now this control Isn't one that's portable like the one in the bedroom, but gets that power fan running so that you can get a nice breeze in here, get a lot of the moisture out. Light switch, and then right below this is the water pump switch. There are 3 water pump switches on these trailers. One is in the bathroom because when you're coming in here, you may want to turn the water pump on to take a shower. We'll have one on the monitor panel that we'll look at in just a minute, and another one outside by the outside shower. So all of that control right here as you walk in the bathroom. Storage underneath. 2 more shelves. The bottom one is not huge, but it does have an access panel in the back to reach the gear behind it. All right, a little more storage by the door to show you, and we'll be going outside. Now we're back around to the entrance to this trailer, so let me show you the controls as you walk in the door. Right over here on the right is going to be the start button for your generator. Again, there is a 3.5 Onan Cummins generator on board. Easy start right here, and it has a meter on it to tell you how many hours it's run. To the right, you have freshwater tank heaters. Now that's important because this is a 4-season trailer, and it does have heated and enclosed tanks underneath, but if you're traveling, you probably are not running that furnace, so you'll want to be sure that freshwater tank doesn't freeze. It's 100 gallons, by the way. Amazing. So you have an electric tank heater right here. Flip the switch on and you're good to go. Down below, the monitor panel is going to show you how full the black, gray, and fresh tank are and how powered your battery is. The water pump switch is there as well, and 2 water heater switches because this water heater is 10 gallons and it's gas and electric. Most trailers this size are going to have a 6-gallon water heater. Now you've got switches here as well for the 19-foot awning and for the slide-out room. All of those controls are right here as you walk in the door and at the end of the galley. Down below, something I didn't show you when we were talking about the kitchen, you do have one more countertop extension on the end. So if you needed a little extra space, it is right here. Now obviously it's going to block the door just a little bit. We always get questions on can you get past it, and the answer is yes. Plenty of room to walk past this when this is open. To put it back down, just lift it up, rolls right back down again. I mentioned the plugs in the kitchen, but once again, you do have plugs on both sides. So this might be a nice place to maybe charge your phone right here by the door. On the other side, more storage. Now the first thing that comes to mind is it does have a hanging rod at the top, so a great place for coats, your outdoor gear. But this could be really used for anything that you want. It is a very large storage space. 2 drawers underneath. Right here, again, 6-7 inches deep. And right below, this is access panels to the lines and the drains that are right behind it. When you see these finger holes, that's what that means in Outdoors RV. They try to make any maintenance or repairs to be as accessible as possible. I believe I've covered everything on the inside. Let's go outside and I'm going to tell you a little bit about the construction and why this trailer is 4-season. Now people ask me what is so special about the backcountry trailers? Well, they are designed to perform beautifully on or off the pavement. One of the things they add is KYB monotube shocks. Now that's going to give you more control and more stability. The MORryde CRE 300 suspension protects the trailer from road shock. It also increases suspension travel up to 3 inches, and the MORryde shackle kit has upgraded bronze bushings and 7 grease fittings. This trailer has heavy-duty Dexter axles and 16-inch Goodyear Endurance tires, E-rated, 10-ply. Great for going off-road. Notice the high clearance here. And if that's not enough, remember there's a 170-watt solar panel and a 3.5 Onan Cummins generator on board. All of that together makes this a great trailer for getting off the grid. Now this trailer is 4-season. What that means, it includes thermal pane windows. It also has the cold weather kit for the refrigerator by Norcold. It allows this refrigerator to work all the way down to 0 degrees Fahrenheit. 2-inch bonded aluminum framed walls, a triple layered crowned roof, and the compartment doors on the outside are insulated 1 inch thick, even on the exterior shower, which is the one piece of a trailer that tends to freeze. You also have the 35,000 BTU furnace we talked about earlier and heated and enclosed tanks underneath. All of that together makes a very comfortable trailer if you want to get in extremely cold weather. Now behind me here is the vent for the refrigerator and the furnace. Right next to that, this is how you fill your water tank. The fresh water tank is 100 gallons. 110 plug right here in case you want to run any electrical items right out here under your 19-foot awning. Let's take a look at the storage over here. Magnetic catch at the top, really nice. Now this is a MORryde sliding tray. Push down the latch here, actually lift up the latch, pull it out. See how nicely that rolls? It is just a great system for storage in here. Now this tray can hold 800 pounds. Now it'd have to be evenly stored on here, so I probably wouldn't load that much, but you don't have to worry about putting a generator in here or any heavy equipment, any tools. Slide it back. You do have storage up here on the front for hanging more gear. And let's take a look at the switches on the front panel. Now this front panel, right behind that sliding door, has the switches for the stabilizer jacks. Now that's the PSX2 system. Once you've leveled the trailer, just push the buttons, the stabilizing jacks go down to keep your trailer steady. You also find your battery cutoff switch and the switch for the light that lights up the tongue where the propane and the battery is. Now right below this cabinet, that is a portable solar plug right there. So if you wanted to add solar, maybe you were parked underneath a tree, you can add a solar panel here and it will charge your battery. You can set it out in the sun while you're parked in the shade. All right, let's move around to the front. Now this trailer is meant to go off the grid, so you have 10-gallon tanks, 2 of them, so you've got 80 pounds of propane right on the front. Places for the batteries right behind here. Now batteries are always an option to put on wet cell batteries, lithium, AGMs. Plenty of space up here to work with that. Now on the side, there's a toy lock, so if you're putting out a solar panel or any other kind of gear, or maybe just want to lock up your bicycles, you can do that with that toy lock. 20-foot cord. Electric jack right on the tongue, as well as a space to hang the plug and the chains. Now that doesn't seem like a big deal unless you're someplace that might get muddy or have a lot of grass. You want to keep your plug clean and out of the dirt. So that's a really nice feature. Keep them handy and up here. Now take a look at this front cap. It is just a beautiful design, and the way these front ABS caps work, they're going to make your trailer last a long time. They cover those seams, they take the wind, nice rock guard on the bottom to protect from anything that might get kicked up. Nice design. Outdoors RV does a great job on their front caps. Now this is the other side of that compartment, and it houses the onboard generator. Now there is an option to delete this generator if you wanted, and maybe just have it prepped for one. But the generator is standard on this model. It is the 3600 LP Onan Cummins. Push button on the inside, powers everything that you would need, including the air conditioner. Underneath the slide, it is a little difficult to get to, but when your slide out is in and you want to drain your fresh water tank, it's not going to be nearly this difficult. But you can see the white handle under there. You may not want to keep 100 gallons of water in that fresh tank. So if you need to drain that for storage or for traveling, just give that handle a pull and that opens that drain for you. Now behind the slide here, This is the spray port for the outside shower. And remember I told you that they insulate the compartment doors. So this is the 1-inch insulation. Look how thick that is. That is going to keep this spray port from freezing when you're in really cold weather. Next to that, city water fill up at the top and the black tank flush right underneath. This trailer has 50 gallons of gray water, 40 gallons of black water. Plenty of tank for going off grid. Light right next to it, which is really nice when you're working back here trying to dump your tanks or connect your water. Let's look down below. Your drain is right underneath, handles on both sides, easy access, shore power right here on the back corner, and connections if you're in a spot that has cable or a portable satellite. Now that brings us back around to the entrance. I like to point out these 3-step entrances because that means you have a lot of clearance under this trailer. If you want to get off the pavement, you want to look for that because that's going to help you. All right, I know there's some things that I didn't cover, but let me know in the comments. We'll try to get back to you as quick as we can, answer all your questions. I'm PJ with Princess Craft RV here in Round Rock, Texas. If you'd like to see more of our videos, then just hit the subscribe button. We do a new video almost every week. Thanks so much. See you next time.